everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis coming with you with another toy review video. As you can see, this week's video is going to focus on Star Wars Galaxy of Adventures, Luke Skywalker, Jedi Knight, and Darth Vader. Now this is pretty much from the same line, Galaxy of Adventures, that I showcased in my previous video, which featured Han Solo and Chewbacca. They have a, as you can tell from the design of the box art to the figure, they have a very cartoon aesthetic on there. And they also feature gimmicks. Now, as you can tell, they got the big open window, which showcases the figure itself, as well as the image on there. Now, with Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, their gimmicks are somewhat similar. You have, with Luke, you have this lightsaber slash, and with Vader, you got the Force slash. However, if he's holding his lightsaber, I call that a lightsaber slash. Just my personal opinion. Now, of course, on the opposite end, you see the other figures that are coming up, or the other, characters that are coming up. Now, seeing as how we've already reviewed Chewbacca, we also show Rey as well as Finn that are coming up. So now, when I purchased these, this was about maybe over a year, maybe 2 years ago. I've had them for all this time. I just never reviewed them till now. So I'm doing these throwback reviews at this point in time. But I just wanted to show these off because they look pretty cool. So we got one more look at each of the characters. Of course, you got, a lot of warnings on here, basically telling you the same thing. There are small parts, and maybe gestated. Or it says small parts may be generated. Okay, basically it's saying it's not for ages, 3 and below. So if you got little ones, keep these away from them. And then of course you got your basic legalese on there. So we're gonna go ahead and take one more look at both of the figures in their box before I go ahead and crack them open. Alright folks, there they are out of their boxes and in battle currently. And they look pretty awesome looking, I really have to say. Especially Vader in this cartoony mode. I really like them. And of course, there's some throwbacks to, the episode 4 variation of Vader when he first appears. But I will dip into that. Now, as you can tell, they've got their, they're, like I said, they're in battle and whatnot. But let's go ahead and take a closer look at each one. So give me a moment and I'll be right back. Alright, so we're going to start off with Luke Skywalker, and as you can tell, he's got that very serious look about him. And I love, like I said, I love the design of it. But I myself have been a fan of cartoons for a long time, so a cartoony version of these characters, it was going to always appeal to me. And you can tell there's a lot of good molded detail, especially with the face sculpt there. I really like that. And now, of course, one thing I don't like is the thickness of the blade. I wish that was a little bit more tapered off, but I can understand why. Because you never know if a small child is going to wind up trying to swallow this thing. But it's very, very awesome looking. I really like it. And of course, he does have that gimmick that it says that it was going to have, which is the lightsaber slash. And there it is. So there it is. It's not bad looking. I like it. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out just a bit so we can have a full view of that. And let's go ahead and take a look at his weapon. And put Luke right there. Now, as you can tell, it is your typical lightsaber. Kind of worn around the handle because, you know, he's been holding it. But nothing that can't be fixed. It's very, very nice looking, as you can tell. Yeah, it's got the little, like I said, it's very, you know, looks just like it did in Return of the Jedi. Got the green blade on there, so it's very nice looking. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom back out. I'm going to focus on Luke himself. And yeah, and that is a good looking figure. I really do like it. I like the way his tunic falls over his basic black uniform. Like I said, the look on him is very, very stoic, very serious, stern. So you know he's getting ready to do a major battle. You know, and if, you know, you can tell, you know, a lot of the molded details on here, on his tunic, around the chest area, his arms, very nice. And he stands up pretty well, as a matter of fact. Very, very nice. So we're going to go ahead and check out the articulation. Now it is on a ball joint in a way. He can look up, he can look down, he can look left, or I should say right, he can look left, he can look, you know, backwards because he's an owl. No, just kidding. Now because of the gimmick, both arms tend to go ahead and go up, but you can also make sure that only one can do it. You know, but just be careful because sooner or later you will wear the springs within there, and then your gimmick won't work. His arms can bend. Oh, yeah, about 90 degrees or so. He does have wrist rotation. He does have a waist rotation. He can kick up just a bit, about less than 90 degrees. He's not able to kick back because of his butt. He can bend around 90 degrees, and his foot can bend like so. It can bend up, and he does have a type of ankle tilt. So he's got that going on for him. There we go. So, other than that, that is about it. Like I said, I love the cartoony aesthetic on this, you know, and it's not bad looking. And like all these other, you know, these other Galaxy Adventures figures, it does have a type of foot stand hole on there. So if you happen to have any figure stands that have the foot holes or the pegs for it, I would say go ahead, because I mean that will happen. But other than that, let's go ahead and bring out Big Papa. Alright folks, there he is, standing menacingly with his lightsaber ignited and ready to chop your arm off, or your hand, or just split you in two. Oh man, but still, this is an awesome looking figure, and I'm really liking this. This is really cool. I like the way the illustrated design came out. I like the way it translated, you know, into this figure. Very, very nice. I would say the next coolest version of Darth Vader was in Star Wars Rebels when he first appeared. That was so awesome. Oh man. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and take a closer look at him. So there he is with his red menacing eyes, and I have to say, man, that is really, really awesome. Oh man. And now granted, in episode 4, his lightsaber kind of tapered. It wasn't like this one solid piece that's kind of rounded off like this. So kind of missing that, but nonetheless, it is a good looking figure. And look at all that detail that they did for his uniform, the robes that he have. And that's the thing with a lot of the figures, I would say with the exception of the Black Series figures, they did, you know, like some of the earlier ones, they didn't do the robes that hung down on him. You know, all they did was the cape, and that was about it. Especially in the early 1977 versions. Of course, as you know, it grew and new technologies developed, the figures kind of had a different look about them. But nonetheless, I love this variation. It's very nice looking. Let's go ahead and take a look at his weapon of choice, and that is his lightsaber, and that is really, really awesome. I wish they did some detail up here on the blade emitter button. That way it would stand out from the field of black that's on this band here. But oh man, it looks so much like his actual lightsaber. And like I said, you know, I wish it kind of tapered out or thinned out at the very tip, you know, so it kind of looked like, you know, like it did. But nonetheless, I am liking this. This is really cool. And then of course you have Vader himself, and yeah, that is really cool. And of course he's got his force choke hand, you know, so it's like, you know, sort of like Vader did to Krennic in the movie Solo. That was awesome. That was so awesome to see. But you know, nonetheless, that was pretty cool. And as you can tell, you know, you have some really good molded and painted details in the control panels on his belt, on his chest piece here. Very nice. Along the chest guard here, his face or his helmet, and of course the red eyes. Oh, that is so awesome. And of course you do see some molded details along the arms here. Try and fold that band. You can see where it kind of folds in, and then of course you have the calf boots, the crotch piece, the other portions of his leg there. So they went into really good detail on this, you know. So we're gonna go ahead and check out articulation, starting with the head. I want to say it does have some wiggly waggly, so it is on a ball joint. Not a whole lot of range of motion. Can look up a little bit, not so much down. Can look right, can look left. Basically can go 360 like an owl. That is about it. Now his arms can fold out like so, and can bend up about a little bit, about 90 degrees. So let's go ahead and zoom out just a bit. There we go. Has a type of arm tiltage, forearm tiltage at the elbow, and can also have a forearm tilt. That is about it. Now it can go 360, but it will hit the cape, just to let you know. Alrighty, now he does have waist rotation in a way, but again, you do have the gimmick, so that is there. Now he can kick up just a little bit by the almost 90 degrees. He's not able to kick back because of his butt. He does have knee bend at about over 90 a bit. His foot can tilt down, not able to tilt out. I want to say, yeah, not much of an ankle tilt, to tell you the truth. But that is about it. Now, again, he has that gimmick, and I want to go ahead and get him set up for that. I want to go ahead and put his hand here, and let's do this. Ta-da. Ta-da. So he does have that. That gimmick there. So that is not bad. I really like that. And yes. Oh yeah. I really like it. This is a really good rendition of this figure, of the character himself. So I have no qualms to say about it. You know, posability is not too bad, you know, but nonetheless, we'll go ahead and get these two characters together, and I will give you my my final input as well as my final score. Alright folks, there they are, back to back. Now it looks like, you know, Vader is ready to either fight his son or join him. Who knows? But as I stated before, I love the characters. I love the gimmicks, honestly. That was always a pretty awesome looking thing. I would say on a scale of 1 through 10, I would have to go ahead and give both figures an 8, mostly because of their ability to stand up. Granted, they're standing up nicely now, but you know, right now they're back to back, and I'm glad that I did put them that way. But you know, their posability, you know, granted, it's kind of limited, but all in all, they're not too bad. Also, the gimmicks kind of hinder a lot of what can be done, but again, I like the gimmicks nonetheless, so I don't know what else to say. But other than that, let me raise a question to you all. Have you had the opportunity to pick these two up, you know, previously when they were available? And if so, did you like them? Did you regret getting them? Or did you pass up on them entirely? Leave me your comments about this in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Also, if you're interested in seeing more content that I produce, make sure you click onto the bell icon so you can receive notifications on new videos when I put them out. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for helping me reach my first monumental goal of over 100 subscribers. Right now, as I stated in my previous video, I want to go ahead and double that. There's an event here in San Antonio called San Japan. I like to reach 200 subscribers before then. I'll put more information in the comment section below, so you'll know, you know, when San Japan is. And so, once again, this is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.